Hey YouTubers, how you doing? Have here a Walther. This here is the second Walther I've fired, and it is the PPS. I own a PPK, and I fired this here for the first time yesterday, and I will be adding this to my collection. This is a very sweet shooting pistol. Comes with two magazines. One's an 8 round, one's a 7 round. This one here, with the full grip right here, this is a full grip. And it's, even with the full grip, it's still concealable. But it gives you a lot better control. You can get a full hand grip on it. I mean, this is, like I said, it's a full hand grip. It's very nice. With this one, it helps you put them in the right way. You can't get your third finger on there. It's not quite a full grip, but it's pretty good. It's still very controllable, but a lot more concealable. This, as compared to the PPK, is much more shootable. It has less perceived recoil and is more controllable to get it back on target, which is weird because the PPK is only a 380 and it's all metal, so it's heavier. But this is actually easier to control with a lot less recoil. In fact, of the ultra subcompact whatever 9mm that I've fired, this one is by far the most shootable. I thought that since, you know, it kind of appears that this portion is high, that the barrel, which is right here, sits high. So I thought there'd be a lot of muzzle flip, but there wasn't at all. I was really surprised by that. And I just think the rectangle nature of the receiver on this kind of gives the perception that it's taller than it is. Because when you hold it up against other, for comparison, I held the Ruger LC9 up against it, and height-wise, they're actually the same. The PPS is a little bit bigger, I think maybe ½ an inch, and then it's cut out a little bit more here. But for the most part, they're pretty much the same size. I have not been able to wear this concealed yet because I do not have a holster for it. Because right now it's not mine, it's a loaner. But like I said, I will be adding it to my collection, and I will be getting a holster. Now, some of the other things I noticed about this, my initial perceptions of it, as you see here, the magazine release is right here on the trigger. You pull this down. I know I've read some magazine reviews, some people don't like that. I run an HK USP, so that really doesn't bother me. In fact, I'm pretty used to it, so it's fine for me. And I also found, for those of you who are used to a button or a switch being right here, you can still manipulate the magazine release right here. You don't have to put your finger all the way forward. And I kind of like, you can use it with your thumb. See, with some pistols you got to kind of turn it sideways to use the magazine release. But you really don't with this if you train yourself to use your index finger. Now, when you do train with that, you know, you need to make sure you train with it before you use it, because you do need to make sure that you're actually getting your finger on the magazine drop and not the trigger. But as you see, you can manipulate it pretty easy with just your finger. I'm not used to the magazine shape. I don't know if I'm used to. I guess most magazines have it where the lip is forward, so it's kind of throws me off for a bit. Comes with two back straps. I have the large one on. The other one is the small one. And the trigger has a Glock style trigger on it, and the trigger pull is 6.1 pounds, but it does not feel that way to me. It's a very clean, crisp trigger pull, and it is unloaded, as you see. It's short compared to a lot of other compact 9mm. Short, and it's right here is where it catches, and boom. It's a very nice trigger. Very nice. This also, and due to the trigger, but also just due to the fact it's a Walther. Walthers are always very accurate, and this is the same. This is an extremely accurate pistol for the size. It's the most accurate subcompact I've fired. It does have, like I said, the trigger safety. It also has an internal striker safety. This is a striker fired pistol, by the way. And magazine release is ambidextrous since it's right here. And it does have a loaded chamber and cocking indicators. There's the cocking and chamber right up here. It like I said, it fired smoothly. It extracted bullets smoothly. Really nice firing. It was a joy to fire. I mean, when I got it as a loaner, I guess, a lot of magazine articles and a lot of the talk on the internet kind of overlooks the PPS, and I don't know if it's because it's been out for a few years or what the deal is, but you see a lot on the LC9, on the car, PM9, you see a lot on that stuff. You really don't see the PPS mentioned in those, but man, this is an outstanding pistol. Outstanding. The length on it is 6.3, the height is 4.4, the width on this is 1.04 inches. And that's with the slide stop. And if you don't include the side stop and takedown buttons, it's 0.91 inches. So this is 0.91. It's less than an inch thick. As you notice, it does not have the manual safety, which I like. There's nothing on here to snag. It's a very smooth surface. There's no snagging. And you don't, like a Glock, you don't have to worry about manipulating the laser. I'm sorry, not a laser. The safety. You don't have to manipulate the safety to get it to fire. And when I did mention the laser, there is one down point to this, and that's one of the cons, is the laser situation. I love a Crimson Trace, and I like putting it on here. I like it when you grab it and it's automatically on, but there is nothing like that on the market right now, and due to this trigger well mag release, I don't know if there could be anything on the market like that. I'm not sure exactly how they would do it. I don't know if they could get it to wrap around and put the laser here. I'm not sure. But that is one of the downsides to it. I guess you could mount one here, but then it's not going to be an automatic on. But there's not a lot of lasers on the market specifically designed for the PPS like you see some of the other pistols. You would just have to mount one on the front. Weight on this without a mag is 19.4 ounces, and one magazine loaded is 1.9 ounces. And that's the standard magazine, which I believe is the 7-round magazine. It also, as I said, it comes in an 8-round, and I believe there's also a 6-round magazine for it, if I remember correctly. I'm checking on this. One of the magazines, it comes with the 7 rounds and 8 rounds, and then 6 round is available. So I guess that probably wouldn't have a floor plate here at all. And then this also comes in the 40 S&W. The 40 S&W comes with one 6-round magazine, and you can get 5 and 7 round magazines for it. So one less round than the 9mm. Takedown on this is pretty simple. Clear it once again. You take down on both sides, push down on that, pull the trigger, it slides right off. It's got a nice polished feed ramp on here. As you notice, it does fire without a magazine as well. Excellent, excellent pistol. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. This is the Walther PPS in 9mm. and I highly recommend it. Semper Fi.